I'm saying it was a certain woman I was dating. She was like, hey, I just need you to understand I'm into women, this, that, and the third. Even if we do make this thing monogamous relationship or even get married one day, you need to know I'm still going to sleep with women. See what I'm saying? She put it out there like that, and I had to make this.
Respect that.
Right, of course, me too. And that was the last time I saw her.
Welcome to my new show, Krisp Konversations. I'm your host, Kris, and these are my two co-hosts. Say what's up, y'all.
I'm Alana. Don't try me, try Jesus.
What's happening, y'all? It's Sean D. White and the D is for Debonair, man. Come on, let's get to it.
All right, y'all. So this show is about transitioning from your 20s to your 30s. Each week we'll have a drink of a choice, and a phrase for you guys to drink to. This show, we're going to keep it loose, we're going to keep it raw, fun, and uncut, but most importantly, we're going to say that shit. This week's episode is about the LGBTQIA plus community. The phrase word of the week will be gay. Every time you hear gay, you got to take a swallow. And I mean that respectfully. Alright, so we're just going to dive right into it. The first question is, what do y'all think about gay men trying to pursue straight men?
Lonnie, you gonna lead off?
Gay men trying to pursue straight men. So definitely a thing. Welcome to Atlanta.
Facts.
I can give the perspective just from being out with straight men that they get offended. They are so mad, getting mad at why they are being hollered at. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen for women. It's gonna happen for men. If you're secure in who you are, why does that bother you so much?
Right. I agree with that. I think that it's kind of crazy that, like, it's a lot of gay men in Atlanta. Why do you have to go after the straight men?
That's where I come in at. Cause you say you get bothered. Yeah, cause that's my whole thing. It is a surplus of gay men throughout Atlanta.
A plethora.
And what I noticed is, like, they get bored. I'm not trying to judge that whole community, but one thing I know about them, it's a lot of hookup culture. Like, a lot of them like to go to clubs, meet people, sleep with them, all of these types of things and stuff like that. And so they get bored with each other. So what's the term called? You know, I ain't perfect at it. Was it trade or whatever?
I have no idea.
You know, okay. Either way, I know they be trying to flip straight men to be like, let me see if he'll go.
We used to call it turning out.
But do they even realize that these are straight men? Because they're looking at their outer shell. They're like, oh, this man is really fine. Do you think that they're like, oh, he's straight, let me turn him out? I bet I can turn him out. Go ahead.
I think it's like a little challenge. Like, let me see what I can do. Like, I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, most of these men have families, they're married, but at the same time, if you're not interested, you wouldn't even entertain.
That's true. I see what you're saying. I think that most gay most gay men do have the understanding to know what's going on. Like, for me, for an example, okay? I get manicures, pedicures, facials, things like that. And I don't try and walk around with this tough shell of masculinity because I didn't grow up around that.
Right.
Like, the men that I grew up around, they could turn up if they need to, but for the most part, they were chill. You see what I'm saying? So my personality or my character doesn't give around like, oh, he ain't gay because he's like this. It's just like, I don't know, he chilling though. But if I'm not giving you that type of energy for you to think that you can try me, I don't think you should.
I agree. I think that the misconception is, would you consider yourself metrosexual? I don't want to give you a title.
What's that, like Prince?
Like, you're well groomed.
Sure.
No, Prince is a little more.
He's a little bit more.
Yeah, he questioned me.
He was an androgynous. That's what they call him.
Yeah, I love androgynous, by the way.
Okay. I wouldn't. So what?
But metrosexual would be like maybe Diddy.
Oh, hell no. I ain't Puff. No. Oh, no. He the reason Usher be acting the way he do. That man freak. Oh, no.
No. So what do you, I mean, like, okay, we're not going to say that about you.
Just, I'm Sean.
Okay, you're Sean, but you like to keep yourself growing.
Absolutely.
I don't think that that's a sign of, like, losing your masculinity.
Sure.
It doesn't mean that you like men. It means that you want to be kept, and you should be.
Yeah.
Like, if you are a man of a certain stature, then you're gonna groom yourself in that way.
For sure.
Like, and that's fine. That doesn't mean like attack me because I got a shiny buff.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that. That's just you. You wanna.
Yeah, I'm never offended by it. I think the first time I was ever hit on was probably in college. I may have just been like a sophomore. And y'all remember like Thirsty Thursdays and stuff like that, right? Yeah, and I was just at the bar.
By the way, we are all CAU alum.
Find a way or make a way.
Culture for service.
I think they are CAU alums.
Whoa.
We all attended.
We all attended.
Oh, good. No, but shout out to Clark Atlanta, of course. But no, I was chilling by the bar, and all of a sudden this guy was like, yeah, you want to drink? And I was like, yeah, I'm too young to be drinking for real, bro. He was like, but do you want to drink? And I was like,
oh, you was green like that?
yeah.
He's I'm too young to be drinking.
No, I just wasn't feeling.
You weren't introduced to the Atlanta culture.
No.
That was a push.
Coming from Charlotte, North Carolina, no. And a private Christian school, I was very, no.
I can imagine.
I didn't know anything about that, so.
I didn't drink either till I was 21.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
I was pretty much the same way. But no, he had did that, and then it wasn't until he walked off, and the girl was like, you know, he wanted you. And I was like, wanted what? Right, what are you talking about?
He said wanted what?
No, because I'm telling you, I went to a private Christian school, like, being around gay men or the whole culture, like, that was not a thing. And
so, I got a question.
Okay.
With you going to a private Christian school, you don't remember any gay males there?
No, because it was looked down upon to a certain degree. So it's not like boys was holding hands. It's not like guys was able to dress. Like, we wore uniforms.
Okay.
And they weren't doing that.
Okay.
We even had Bible classes, and they would talk about homosexuality and stuff like that.
Okay.
Not like they were coming at people, but just openly gay men walking around.
I remember.
The only thing that was acceptable was the girls like who played sports on the basketball team, baseball team.
Yeah.
They could be as studdish, if I can say that, as they wanted to be. You know what I mean? But as far as guys,
that'll bring us into our next topic.
Okay.
But I just wanted to quickly say,
okay.
when you remember freshman year at Clark Atlanta, all the guys in Morehouse was wearing heels and
Not all wearing heels.
dressing, cross dressing.
Yes.
And whoever I think they had a new president in a year. Can't remember. I might be wrong on that. But he implemented a dress code. You had to wear slacks and flats.
Gay or not, you had to
Gay
wear
or
it.
not.
Yeah.
You could not come to class in high heels, makeup on, anything like that. And that changed the culture at Morehouse because it was becoming a flamboyant base.
But his reasoning for that was what?
And I remember
It was a distraction.
It was a distraction.
To
And
who?
The students.
Really?
The student body,
Yeah.
right? It was in the newspaper. It was what was our AUC newspaper? It was actually in the newspaper. It said that it has become a big distraction because it's not just we want you to be yourself.
Sure.
But you can't come here and distract
Which is the letter
the education.
Oh wow.
Which are Morehouse
It
praise
takes away.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the next question is, how do you, if we reverse it and say women, how do you feel about gay women pursuing straight women? Is it looked at the same?
I don't even think 5 minutes after that a straight woman is even thinking about that. If they're straight and a gay woman tries to hit on them, it's like 5 minutes later it's over with, because for most women in Atlanta, the first time we have been hit on by a gay woman, I'm straight by the way.
Now we keep missing gay.
Right. I've already been drinking, so I'm trying to catch up.
The first time you had been hit on was at least by 5th, 6th grade, by middle school at
Hey,
least.
I was gonna say high school.
Oh,
5th,
wow.
6th
That's
grade.
Greenbrier Mall,
Oh wow. That's
sitting in
different.
the food
We from the
court.
south side.
Right.
I'm from East Point.
Okay,
Sitting in the food court, and I had come out of the private school environment.
Okay.
So I was still just sitting there like,
Green.
what
Real
just
good.
happened?
I
What
went to
just
public
happened?
school.
But we're so used to it. It happens so frequently that it's like This is Atlanta. This is expected. You just say no and keep on moving, unless it was just something, some type of hit that was just like, what?
My view different. I think all girls like girls in some type of way. Even if you never mess with them sexually, you got a girl crush.
I just think they pretty. Like
That's a girl crush.
It is. They're a bit more sly in their approach.
Girls.
Than women when it comes to other girls.
Yeah.
They'll just befriend them and we just cool in, listen to you talk about your man, and yeah, you probably thinking this and then.
And it actually doesn't look as bad. Like, you can hang out with
just be chilling.
your stud friend.
Yeah.
Or you can have a femme friend and people never know she's gay.
Ever. Yeah.
But you can't hang out with your flamboyant homeboy.
No.
It looks different. It doesn't look the same.
no, it's not the same.
No.
Definitely.
So I think we can all say that, like, it's really not the same.
No, not even close.
It's not the same.
But why do you feel like it's more acceptable? Because it looks different. It looks better.
It does. It's the picture is painted prettier because with what you all were saying with how they slide in there, how they can slide in there. Women are very emotional creatures. So if you're listening to her vent, they wait till you get vulnerable. It's that vulnerability where it's easier to slide in. A man not gonna be vulnerable.
What I learned about gay men, period, is he's still a man.
That's a fact.
Like, he's still gonna operate the same way as any other male. Feeling wise, everything, housekeeping, like the way he think, like he's still a man.
Yeah.
So he's not gonna be sensitive like that. It's just gonna
Not necessarily.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Like you.
At the end of the day, sometimes the game is, can I get that? Straight men have that same approach.
Okay.
Can I get her?
So it's
true.
the same across the board. Okay.
I would say that gay men,
I'm just
also,
holding my cup in
just
my
that's
hand.
what I'm doing, keeping it in my hand. But just I can't necessarily form friendships with them either because my personality can still be a bit insensitive, right? I make jokes about everyone, but I have a good amount of gay jokes though.
Oh, you be like, yo, gay ass.
No, well, I'm just saying. Well, I told you I went to the Beyonce concert.
Yeah.
And I've never seen so many different men in lingerie. But at the same time, like you just said,
Me either.
right?
And I went twice.
You went twice. But I'm saying at the end of the day, they were men.
Yeah.
Like everybody wasn't necessarily shaved.
It was definitely more men at that concert.
in lingerie than women.
So
more men, period.
Right.
they weren't waxed.
Not everyone.
Nah.
No.
Some of them was straight men.
And smelled like men.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I don't mean in cologne. I mean like you've been dancing to Virgo's Groove for the past 5 minutes. So you gotta, what's your name? Shout out to all the Beyonce fans, by the way. But I'm just saying it's just completely different. I'm not saying I couldn't be friends with a gay man, but just I don't.
Not your thing.
Not really.
So our next question is, how do y'all feel about bisexual men opposed to bisexual women? Is it a difference? Like, if a man told you that he had been intimate with another man versus a woman telling you the same thing, is it a difference?
For me, absolutely. Because if you have been involved with another man,
I'm
goodbye. Goodbye. But if a woman says that to me, I'm like, oh, okay. Because I don't like women. So you're just telling me, you're merely just telling me your story. So
Right.
I'm just listening to something. So for me, it doesn't affect me because it doesn't hit me the same.
But male perspective.
Sure.
Okay, so you're dating a girl and she tells you, I like girls too. How do you feel about that?
I don't feel no type of way because the majority of women that I've dated in my life have said that. They have at least one story or just full on, yeah, I'm into women. Like I enjoy that. I would never date us, but I love because I think the curiosity of nobody knows how to please a woman like a woman.
Right.
So I think a lot of women experiment. So I don't necessarily judge or anything like that. And it wouldn't necessarily turn me off completely. I just need to know what it is to move accordingly.
So like, you're not insecure in her liking other women. Like y'all can be out and a girl can walk by and be like, "Hey, baby, you seen that ass?"
Oh, for sure, because I'm going to look. Right, so we can look together.
Yeah, we went out.
But I'm saying,
and your ass looked at every ass that walked by.
Sure did. But I'm saying, it was a certain woman I was dating. She was like, "Hey, I just need you to understand, I'm into women, this, that, and the third. Even if we do make this thing monogamous relationship or even get married one day, you need to know I'm still going to sleep with women." See what I'm saying? She put it out there like that, and I had to make
I
this.
respect that.
Right, of course, me too. And that was the last time I saw her. But I'm saying she was honest, because some women are like, "Yeah, I'm going to always desire a woman," and that's fine. So it don't turn me off completely into no, not at all, because that's too extreme. You're doing too much.
Okay.
But yeah.
Okay. So if a guy told you, "This one night I got lonely,"
He was lit with his homeboy.
and some things happen. You game?
Let's make this the last time we see each other.
Damn. You know what that reminds me of?
What?
That Insecure episode where Molly was dating that guy. I forgot it. Oh, was it Trey? I don't know. It was he was light skinned or whatever. And he was like one
Molly
time
dated
when he
a lot
was
of
in
people.
college. She did. He was like one of the early ones though. But no, he was in college, and he said one night he was chilling with his homeboy, and I think he said he was just let him try something, and he gave him fellatio, and Molly was completely turned off and had that same exact attitude that you had, and was like, he said he gay as fuck, like I need to stay away.
And I don't hate you. I'm not offended. I just know that you're not for me.
You're not
like
for me.
it doesn't make me feel like
One time. Just experimenting one time.
that's wonderful.
That's How do I know it won't be again?
Because that was years upon years ago.
And then some years
It
in
was
the future,
very
you want
nice
to try it
meeting you.
again.
Very nice.
It was nice to meet you, Mr. Sir.
Look, I'm not a guy who's never experimented, but I think that's definitely a double standard that women have. I don't think that's fair.
I
for
think
men.
so too, but
With women, is it a timeline for you? Like, so I like if a woman says I like other women. When was the last time you were with a woman? If it was 8 years ago, are you good? If it was very recent, are you not good?
So I don't ask that. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying? Like that's just not a thing. I don't know, because like I said, at the same time, when I see women, I get it. To have women be like,
you be like, "Dang, she nice."
right. If you can't admit that, that's why I don't like when other women hate, like, she ain't all that. Like, are you tripping? She is gorgeous.
Right,
Like,
yeah,
right.
So I completely understand. The same thing
Those
when they
women
be
you guys stand clear of, though.
right. That's a fact. But I'm saying if they dancing in the club and they twerking, like, yo, she looks good. Like, if you get behind it, I ain't mad at you. But I don't get to ask them questions like, yo, when's the last time you've been intimate? I'm not that. Like, now, of course, we're going to check your health records and make sure you've been tested, because that's a whole different side of the coin of men who are quote unquote on the down low seeing, because I knew this was a thing at CAU, by the way, certain ones who walked around all tough,
That's right.
but was out there.
I can name. Well, I ain't gonna name.
But I'm saying, you know them, like that was prevalent during our time in college.
But in college,
Yeah.
y'all
was the
definitely
thing.
was trying to act like y'all liked some tail, and it wasn't tail that you was liking.
Exactly.
That Georgia AIDS campaign says 70% of males in the AUC. So
And see, and that's what I'm saying.
the number
Men,
was 70.
right, men who do that as opposed to women who do that. So if you're not upfront, that just creates a whole nasty melting pot, because I'm telling you, I've met certain completely gay men, wore clothes like y'all, makeup and da-da-da, just as gay as he want to be, but he was like, I like to fuck girls sometimes.
I know a guy like that,
Right. And I'm like, you what?
and I was like, "But who you fucking?"
Right. I need to know who this is.
Who's letting you do that?
What's the girl? What's she okay?
Right.
Like,
So yeah, that's the thing. But no, I understand from that.
I'm
point of view.
definitely all for exploring things sexually.
Okay.
I get it.
Sure.
I understand it.
Mhm.
I'm just not here for it.
I feel you. That's okay.
But if that's what you do,
That's what you do.
that's what you do.
Mhm.
All right. I think we should drink to that.
Mm.
All right. So our last question is, how do y'all feel about anything goes in a heterosexual bedroom? If a man wants to try a certain thing, is he secretly gay? Like salad tossing or being pegged?
So,
Wait.
okay.
Do you feel like if your partner wants something spouse, partner wants something, you have to do it.
I don't feel like you have to do anything, but you should keep an open mind. I'll tell you the first thing where my eyes were like open up, I'll never forget it. I was a freshman in college and I was working a retail job and my manager was telling me
You
about...
were African?
No, nothing like that. No.
Never mind.
So my manager was just saying like, yo, I enjoy, penetration, and I was like, okay, so you and your wife get down with the anal. He was like, yeah, man, it feels so good. I love it when she's in me, and I was like, ho.
In you?
What? Right? What you mean? Like, no, he was like, she puts the strap on and she lubes up, and I'm like, oh, she goes in you. He was like, yeah. I was like, you don't find that gay? And he was like, no, man, it's my wife. What do you mean? It's a woman. Like, no, we pleasure. And then our G-spot, he's talking about to stop, and I was so confused, but I've noticed even men who are just as gangsters, they want to be strong, ain't gay, don't fuck with men, Some of them like that area, and you'd be surprised how many women have been like, yeah, this man, I used to do this, I used to do that. I'm not going to say it automatically makes you...
That's the part about the show where you turn from your 20s to your 30s.
I'm not going to say it automatically makes him gay, because some men do like that.
Yeah.
I'm not one of those men.
Yeah.
Because as far as that other part of the question that you asked, like, do you think you should No, because I've asked some women have asked me that before. I wouldn't do anything to make you feel no way. But that's just too emasculating to me.
But being that was 10 plus years ago,
Uh-huh.
oh, I'm not telling ages, but being that was 10 plus years ago, do you think him asking that as your manager, that was him trying to see where your head was?
That's how I feel.
No. Because that conversation... No, it was literally a whole bunch of locker room talk just for men.
Okay.
And that happened to come up. It's not like he
wasn't a
led with,
personal-
I like to get my ass... Like, no.
Okay.
It was not that. Please.
Because I think that's weird. Like, if we at the microwave, and you just like, my wife be begging me.
No, that's what it was. It was like a retail store with rugs, and we were like moving rugs, and we were going through all types of stuff.
I feel about it is like in a heterosexual relationship. I think as long as both parties are comfortable, then yeah, anything can go. But for me,
you ain't doing it.
Nah. Like, nah. If my husband came to me and was like,
under any circumstances, you
Well,
ain't
no.
doing it.
no.
Because when did this
I don't
come
care
about?
how much liquor, like,
How much weed?
like, at no point.
If he pays all the bills,
None of it.
you don't care.
Because if you had come and asked me that, my question is gonna be like, what man you been fucking? like, period.
Wow.
So I do know, before I got married, I have been asked to
Play with somebody's anus? Okay.
Not once, not twice, but 3 different men.
Oh.
Oh, you did it for one of them?
No.
No? You still didn't? Oh, okay.
No.
Thought you made it at least once.
Nah.
Because some women say they like that feeling, just that
I
having the power to do that to a man. To having him in that.
And you know what? To be honest with you, keeping it 100, you be like, that shit do sound kind of like, I want to see like, But the Jesus in me was like, nah, don't do that. I don't know if that'd be liberating to you.
Right,
like,
for sure.
But two of the 3 guys have been to prison, and one was out of the military. So, me thinking of it psychologically, they've all been confined in a space with only men.
Sure.
So I'm thinking, is this something that was going on? And now that you're back in civilian life,
Absolutely.
you still want to have it, but you got it from a man possibly, even though none of them admitted that, because I always ask the question like, whatever. But now that you're in society again, civilian life, you don't want to be labeled as gay.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So you want a woman to do it to you.
And that's the problem. You're just not admitting that. Like, we could keep this AIDS rate down.
I think that is one way to look at it. But for the most part, what they told me was an older woman put me on. to that.
That's what one guy said to me.
Or the other one is, it just happened while the woman was down there giving me fellatio. She was just with there with her tongue, and I was just feeling it.
Let me
Yes,
tell you what. Let me tell
yes,
you what.
it's but hold on.
E. coli.
Gooch. Look, I understand what y'all saying, but there are real eaters out there who just be all in that area. They not stopping there. They the whole thing.
Because once they in,
they in there. They committed. And
Bro.
so they was just on some, you
Because,
there.
nah. You not finna tell me that you're getting fellatio and she going a little too low and you like, hold on, what you doing? Like,
no, but look, in the height of passion and the pleasure and it's feeling good, are you going to stop? I'm speaking for those men now. Are you really going to stop someone to be like, no, don't. Come back up. Men are not doing that. I don't think they are.
Some men, especially men who can't express their feelings,
They gonna say,
Watch out.
hey, what you doing?
like, no, bro.
None of that shit.
Yo,
None of that.
I mean, it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
All right, y'all. So that's all our questions, but we also have something that we do as current events. We all know that Pride is coming up. I don't know if it's the Black Pride or the White Pride coming up. Don't fight me on that. But do y'all feel like it's a difference between the two? Like the way they dress, the events that go on. Like, do you think that there's difference between? I mean, and I don't know if this is everywhere, but in Atlanta, we definitely have Black Pride and White Pride. Do you think that there's a difference, and if so, why?
I can't speak on it.
No, never been. Green.
Well, coming from someone who's even had to do security at an event that was close to Pride, it's definitely a different one. I still can't make the difference between what Pride and men walking around in thongs and G-strings have to do with it. I know you feel liberated that, okay, I'm a gay man, I'm here, you need to see me, you need to see I exist, right? But I still don't understand the difference between that.
Okay.
The white prides, I don't always see that. I'm not saying they don't dress like that.
Right.
But any times that I've been around the black prides and stuff like that, yeah, the men have on these costumes or like.
It's just because we extra.
Yeah, and that's all this could be. So yeah, I would say it's definitely a difference in prides for whatever reason, because I thought everyone wanted the same thing, right? Like everyone's proud to be a part of that community and to be open with that community. But there's something there's a line drawn in the sand for some reason.
I definitely think there's a difference. I think that like Black Pride may be a little more liberating for. I want to come from a female and a male perspective. Mm-hmm. The women have always been accepted.
Sure.
The men, I feel like they do a little bit more to show their pride. Mm-hmm. Black men, anyways. Right. So the G-strings and all of that, they just, I don't know. I don't get it, but they just do a little bit more.
They do, sure.
I think with White Pride, it's been around for so long, they don't have to be extra.
Yeah.
And it's a little more money involved in that one. Mm-hmm. So like, and it's always been a little more accepted. Mm-hmm. So I think that like Black Pride is new.
Sure.
It's fresh, even though it's been here for a while.
Right.
It's kind of like how freaking it was or something. Like everybody want to let loose.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
So I never even gave thought about the way Black Pride versus White Pride. I have an issue with the agenda of Pride now that seems like it has nothing to do with being gay. The targeting of children and how I hate how they're associating it. They put an agenda and mixed it in with Pride so it'll seem like it comes along with it. And I feel like a lot of even gay parents they're not rocking with it either. Like it's becoming an attack on kids. Mm-hmm. And they're just trying to say, oh, this is a part of being gay. I don't think so.
Okay.
I have been here and around gay my whole life because this is Atlanta. So I have seen it. And I've never seen it being broadcasted and luring children so seductively in my whole life the way that it is now. And I'm just like, my problem with it is that this isn't a gay agenda. This is an attack on children.
Okay. Well, they just had that in Turkey, where they had their pride line out, and it was in the children's section.
Mm-hmm.
So they had to, I don't know,
Remove it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's a grown thing. Let it remain a grown thing. Stop trying to introduce it so explicitly to children.
Right.
Just let children know there are different people. You are going to see women and women. You are going to see men and men, and leave it at that.
And let a kid be a kid.
Purring and like, come, let me show you, you're accepted here. Don't do that.
No.
That's not what children need.
So, that's a wrap for this episode. Make sure y'all subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on Instagram. My handle is blow, BLOW _ the letter N, my, HORNE.
My Instagram is a touch of Lux, LUXEATL.
My IG handle is gracious_gif and the number 3. I'm not spelling it out because y'all should know how to spell.
What he said. Thanks for tuning in with us. Always remember to keep it crisp.
Peace, y'all.